All right, so like we mentioned, it's chocolate-covered cherry day, and who better to talk about chocolate-covered food items than the candy lady herself?
Nice to see
How
you.
are you? Nice to see you. So we had, or if you weren't with us in Casa this morning, we had some really wonderful chocolate-covered cherries. What is the art behind making those chocolate-covered cherries?
Well, it's several steps. You have to take the cherry, dry it, dip it in a warm fondant mixture, which is sugar and syrup that's been worked, and let it dry, and then dip it in chocolate, put it in a cup. So
seems simple enough, but of course it always seems is not necessarily
there is a
the
little
case.
art to it because
really
you have to know
is.
what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have to know how long you can keep the cherry in that stage before you dip it, before it starts liquefying.
Right.
Once it starts liquefying, if it pushes through the fondant, if it gets holes in it, then we have to start all over again.
Right, right, and that's why we go to you. You're the expert on this stuff. You don't.
And they taste
go
good.
to me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about. Of course, most people know you. You've been a main stage in New Mexico since 1980. Is that right?
So I opened the store in 1980. Of course,
That's-
and I've made candy since I was very young.
Yeah,
And
you just brought it into your own business.
I did, but
Yeah.
we sold it at antique shows and arts and crafts shows in the fair for many years before we did that. Before I opened the store.
Wow, wow.
And I do have a few cherries left over in case you.
Yes, of course. Who are you talking to? Yes, absolutely. I want those cherries. So, of course, you're also very well known for Breaking Bad.
Yes.
You've been just recently labeled the bad cherry lady, or no,
bad
the bad
candy lady.
The bad candy lady.
Yes.
And you were saying that you actually created the props that the show used the first couple of seasons.
The first couple of seasons.
The baby blue that they used.
And actually, the first 2 seasons were clear, so they looked very close to real meth.
The actual product.
Yes.
And
And I think that in the course of doing the show, they wanted something that didn't look exactly like meth. They created a whole new character for the show.
Right.
In the blue, because
Right.
it can't be, you can't make that.
yeah, absolutely.
If you've ever had to research that, you can't make it.
That's one thing,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Right.
fortunately, however we,
Right.
look at it, we don't know. But, so we can go down, we can get a lot of stuff
Yes.
down at the Candy Lady, all sorts of different confections, great little noshes. And I'm actually, during the break, I'm gonna dive into those cherries that you brought in. Remind our viewers where you are located.
I'm on the corner of Mountain Road and Rio Grande in Old Town. I'm the anchor for Old Town. Right across from Little Anita's and right at that three-way corner.
Yeah, very easy to spot, folks. So
Yes.
head on down to the Bad Candy Lady.
And I actually have a banner out front that says the Bad Candy Lady.
Oh, you do? Okay.
yes.
So that makes it even easier to
It does.
spot. So
It
head
does.
on down, get your sugar fix from the master herself. So thank you for being with us
thank
this
you. I
morning.
appreciate it.
This morning. Absolutely.
I'll bring
All
some
right.
of those cherries over to you.
Yes, thank you. Good lady. Thank you. Well, for more information on the Candy Lady, you can just hit up our website at casa.com and click on the Casa blog, and I will be blogging about this. There they are.
Now that
So
is a brandy
beautiful.
cherry. It's a dark chocolate
Brandy cherry. Okay. And then we've also got the white chocolate.
We have white, and that's vanilla flavored.
Okay.
And we have the milk chocolate.
The milk chocolate.
Right.
Which honestly, I gotta say is my favorite. My
Is it?
wife loves the darks,
Yeah.
but
So,
I gotta
so the
say
secret to this, and I'm not going to eat this. You can have it. This one, you peel off the outer covering. And I'm not.
that's okay. I'll take care of it for you.
And
No
put
problem.
the whole thing in your mouth. Pull the stem out.
Pop
Don't
it
leave
off.
your mouth open though, because it is going to drip.
Okay.
So I tell people when you're eating these, have one with your significant other, your wife, your spouse, and let it drip.
There you go. There you go. All right, folks. Well, I am going to dive into this, and while I do that, let's hop over and check in with meteorologist John Smith on what your weekend weather looks like. Hey, John.